Well, hello, I am live. Excellent, excellent. Happy Friday Eve, I like to say. My name is Meggin Anderson, and I am a health and fitness professional. It's just so crazy to say that every single time. I always say that. Um, and so, coming to you guys live today because it is that time of the month again. I always love to share a little bit of piece of what I do, like an inside scoop, behind the scenes, sneak peek, whatever you want to call it, about my business, about what it is that I do, and how you can be a part of it and do this together with me. So I'm live streaming in several places right now. We are live on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and over in our free community on Facebook, which I absolutely love. You guys know you are my VIPs. It is my favorite place on the internet to spend time. Um, so wanting to come quickly and share with you a little bit more about what it is that I do. November is just around the corner, and at the beginning of every single month, I open up my Fit Mentorship program, my Fit Mentorship University, and help brand new coaches join our team and teach them how to become leaders, fitness professionals in the industry that I'm in. So just quickly, I have my bullet points here. I always tend to be super long-winded, so I really just wanted to kind of cover a couple different things. And then if you guys have questions and you want me to clarify something, you can drop those in the comments. I can always come back later or answer in real time, depending on when you're watching. I do really appreciate you being here because I know that it is a lunchtime break for some of you. So I thought this would be actually a really good opportunity for some of you guys taking your time off, scrolling through social and taking a listen. Okay, so as I mentioned, my name is Meggin Anderson. I have not always been in the fitness industry. It's about 10 years now. So I originally was a brick and mortar business owner. My husband and I started our business before we had a family. In the year 2000, we started our own commercial AV business. And so it was an industry that I was brought up in. It's kind of like when I think about it, like, who would start an AV business? Well, I grew up in the industry. My dad was very successful entrepreneur and businessman, and he started his own business the year that I was born. He and my mom moved to Massachusetts and started his business with a little savings that they had, and that was in the 70s. 1974 was when I was born, and so he grew a very successful business in the 80s and 90s, and so I worked for him out of high school and through college, and so it was a business and an industry that I had always known and been a part of. So our business we created in 2000 and basically design, install sound systems, AV systems for bars, restaurants, retail, all commercial. We had a business park. I paid rent and utilities and all of that fun stuff. We had a big fleet of vans, employees, inventory, and all the things that come with running, a traditional business model. And we were excited. I have always wanted to be a business owner. I used to, play, what do you want to call it? Secretary in my room when I was young, and I would see like my dad's dynamic and the people that worked for him, and thought, oh, would someday I take over his company, or we would do it together, or something like that, and it like morphed into different things at that point. But regardless, it was something that was always on my heart, to be my own boss, to be a business owner. My dad was very successful, as I mentioned, and I saw the work ethic that he had. We had an amazing home that we lived in. He was, had a lot of, we went on trips, like all those things, right? And he worked hard, and I saw that, firsthand as a child and teenager and into my college years. And so working for him, out of college and that all of that time frame was just an amazing experience for me. And I always had looked up to him. He was definitely always my hero in that respect. So once we started to I got married and move on to that next stage of my life, it just seemed a natural progression to do something similar, right? And so we were doing okay, and we got pregnant with our first kid in 2000. 5, Aiden came along. Unfortunately, my dad passed away that same summer, so it was kind of a rock of a boatload of emotions at that point. Not only did I lose my dad, but our biggest mentor, our business consultant, and having a child was a huge, big thing for me. At that point, being a mom, a business owner, like how were things going to work? How would that be laid out? There was no question that I would go back to work, but it was kind of a tumultuous time. And I would say by the time the third one came along was when I kind of had really started to be questioning what we were doing. Over that period from kid 1 to kid 3 in 2011, we had our ups and downs. We had our highs and lows. We had hired people. We had fired people. We had taken out loans. We were trying to get to the next level. We took, business partners, all these kinds of things. And it was this emotional roller coaster. And I started to really question, like, was this really for me? Was being a business owner really something that I wanted? Wouldn't it just be so much easier to just go work for someone else and punch a clock, do my thing, go home to my kids at the end of the day? But then every time I went there, I was like, no, like I love having my own thing. I love being, growing something that is meaningful. Right. And then that was the other part of the coin was, commercial audio and video, like making my mark in the world. And so it was kind of like at this place where it kind of came to this culmination where I was stressed out, burned out, and I was questioning, what are we doing this for? Kids are in daycare all day. I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. Like, what the heck are we doing? And it was almost like we couldn't get to that next place in the business either. I'd struggled and lost my mentor and all that stuff was happening. And it was just like a really like culmination of things. And I always like to say, meanwhile, I had always been taking care of myself. I had always been into fitness. And because we were so busy, I was always looking for something that was going to save me time from home. I knew I needed to stay consistent with my fitness and my health and all of that kind of stuff, lose the baby weight, all of those kinds of things. And so I gravitated and had been doing Beachbody programs at home for a long time. I would say I started some of those programs in the late 90s, like even before kids came along, it was something that I was doing. So that was like already a habit. That was already like my morning routine to get up, do the thing, get the kids going off to daycare, and then go and be the business owner. And so when this business opportunity was presented to me, it was almost like a no-brainer. It was like the biggest aha moment ever. You mean I can have something that I'm passionate about, that I get excited about, and then turn that into a business, a lucrative business, right? And I can be home with my kids. And immediately I saw that freedom. I had said they were in daycare and we were spending all this money on daycare. And so, all of these light bulb moments came on. I'd always thought about, the possibility of becoming a fitness professional, but I was like, I don't have the bandwidth to go back to school. I don't have the bandwidth to get certifications to teach. Like, I don't even know anything about fitness or an expert in that industry whatsoever, except for my own personal experiences and my own weight loss and my own journey. Right. And it was literally like it was created for me, like a perfect fit. I didn't know what network marketing meant. I didn't know what that meant or what that looked like. But I did know that the business model was almost exactly how our business model was in our business, meaning recurring revenue. We sold service-based contracts. We sold products and solutions to help people solve problems in their bars and restaurants. It was a sound system and speakers, but it was still problem solving. It was still helping people, increase their revenue in their retail or whatever the establishment was, and we matched solutions for them based on those goals. The icing on the cake for me between the two things was that I didn't have to hold inventory. I didn't have to have rent. I could do this from home. Like those kinds of things, right? Were something that, we could save money there. We could save money there. And another huge perk was not having to worry about employees, right? Instead, I would align myself with business partners and they would have their own businesses to grow and flourish like mine. But we're doing it together, but I'm not their boss. And so I was like, that's just an amazing, amazing business model. So, again, like thinking back to it, I was like, this was created with me in mind. I already love the programs. I'm already doing that stuff every single day. I'm a product of the product already. And now I get to earn an income and share these things with people, right? So in the very beginning, I felt like it was an automatic yes. So, it definitely took me some time to transition from one to the other, but ultimately I came home, brought the kids home from daycare, to work this business from home. But I saw the freedom that it could give me, right? Like that was a big one for me. Like my own business, my own schedule, my own terms in between nap time, working this business from my kitchen counter and pockets, between school and all the things. And I just saw that as, incredible. And, being able to take care of myself in the process, like it's my job to be healthy and fit, like no brainer right there. Right. So, as I mentioned, you don't have to be any sort of an expert. I wasn't in the beginning. My only experience was the ones that I went through personally with the programs and the products and had amazing results. I lost 80 pounds, over 80 pounds, been able to keep that off for many, many years. I have been able to get into the best shape of my life. I stepped on stage not once, but twice for a couple amateur bikini competitions, with all of the products and the things, doing all my most of my stuff from home. And then becoming a coach, a guide, a mentor through partnering with Beachbody, opened up other doors for me to become certified and to become a group fitness instructor and nutrition coach, sort of, those kinds of things. So it's funny because I was actually thinking today, I'm a business owner turned fitness expert turned fitness business expert. And so now today, my greatest joy is sharing what this opportunity can do for other people and educating people on what it means to be a partner with Beachbody, the Beachbody Company, what that looks like, and exactly what we do. So partnering with Beachbody, it is a network marketing company. So many of you guys know what maybe you do or do not know what a network marketing company is. And they've come a long way. So the ones that were not so great back in the day have been closed down and they're no more. There's actually a lot of regulations, legal regulations in place that make sure that these companies are on the up and up. And so like something like Zaya or Monet, or Pampered Chef or 31 Bags, like lipstick companies, those kinds of those, all those ones that you see, those are traditional network marketing companies. So network marketing company has the ability to sell products and services. And that's actually how you know that they're legal, because the illegal pyramid schemes are the ones that don't have products and services. They just recruit and it's not good at all. So traditional network marketing company concept is, they sell products and services, goods and services to consumers. And then the other part of the piece is that you also have the ability to build a team and grow and mentor. And then they do the same things, sell products and services, grow a team, and so on and so forth. So it's a duplication. And when you have a team, like the team growth as a whole, that's when you start to create that volume. And it's traditionally created because you're doing it together. And the really other cool thing about the way that the company is set up too is like we could start at the same place at the same time together and you could surpass me. Like it means like I don't have to be at the same place, if that makes sense. I really sometimes struggle to go into the details of the compensation plan, but I'm happy to send that to you. So becoming a partner with the Beachbody Company just basically means that you have become a contractor of sorts. You get a 25% commission for selling any products and services. You get a 25% discount for using it and everything. And we just say that my dog's on the floor snorting, and it's not me. You get a discount, 25% discount. And then you also earn income and bonuses and trips and all kinds of things from growing and mentoring your team as well. So a lot of times people, when we talk about, the company itself, I feel like, and it's the whole training of it all has come such a long way too, that, when I tell new people and new coaches that are getting started, like you're not Beachbody. Right? Like you would not walk on the street and say, I'm a Beachbody coach. I mean, you say you're a Beachbody coach, but you're not Beachbody. You're not the brand itself. You're not Shakeology. You're not Insanity. You're not the 21 Day Fix. You are a coach and guide, and I'm here to match you with a program that is going to help you with the ABC goal that you had talked to me that you were struggling with, right? And so the really awesome piece to be aligned with a company like this is looking at them as a vehicle, as a toolbox to help people, right? So a big part of what I do is I will have that conversation, that initial conversation with you. What is it that you're struggling with, or what are your goals, or what is it looking to accomplish? Is it weight loss? Is it muscle gain? Is it body recomposition? Are you just looking to get healthy? Do you need eat for performance? What are your habits like? Are you active now? What level are you at with your fitness? Like just getting to know the person, right? Is it a financial consideration or a financial goal that you have where you're looking to take on the business? And so I find out as much as I can. I always tell my coaches and my team, you're a professional problem solver. So really just uncovering what is going on with the individual person to match them with the right thing. So then you go into the toolbox where there's a great vast many tools to use, and you just match them with what it is that they need in order to find success. And then what the bulk from there would be cultivating them inside of our community. So I have an online fit group, my online fit gym, Next Level Living Fit Gym. And we are an exclusive app that's off of social media, which I love. So you access the app right from your phone. And so in there, we talk about meal prep. We talk about fitness. Right now I'm nutritionally coaching about a dozen ladies in there, which is super fun. What's so cool about it is that everybody's like kind of like at the same place right now. So I'm like going into the group and kind of addressing everyone as a whole. So that has been super fun. I post daily inspiration, motivation, action items. This week, we are talking all about time management inside of the Fit Gym. So I'm giving some of them some really excellent tips. Habit stacking, we talk about all kinds of different things. The mindset piece, the fitness piece, the food piece, like it's really a holistic approach, and when you glue it all together with the support of the community, and then you have one-on-one coach and guide in there, it's really kind of a no-brainer. And most of the women that are in there have been inside my groups for more than a year or longer. Fitness for life is kind of my goal with everybody, which is incredible. Bulk of what I do every single day are those groups. I actually will start off my day, start my morning routine, get in my workout. My morning routine consists of personal development, journaling, my daily devotions, gratitude. I start the day in silence. I actually sit, have my pre-workout, and sit for about 45 minutes reading, praying, and then I jump into my workout all before the kids get started for school. I get them kind of going. I got only one left that I'm driving at this point. So I get him off. When I get back, I usually check into my bod group, which is the group that I mentioned, check in with everyone, address any issues, questions, concerns that are happening in there. I log my own workout that I just did. And then I post on social media. Typically, I will just start the day with something. I usually have some kind of a theme or something that I'm talking about for the week. And this week is all about coaching. So you're seeing a lot of posts from me about my team and my story of how it got started and the kind of women that I'm looking for to be a part of our team and going forward. And then I would say from there, I'm trying to think. So I have a task list that I work off, super important. And so literally it's digital. So it's in my little tab here, but it will tell me what to do every single day. So I'm adding making new friends by adding new connections. I mentioned posting on social media. I'm answering questions. I'm answering, questions from the night before. Inviting people into my world to join my community to learn a little bit more about what it is that I do. So it's pretty basic and simple. There's no rocket science behind it. The key to being successful in this business is being consistent. And I feel like for most people that come in when they're consistent with their health and their fitness and nutrition, it's just that next thing. And you're familiar with that type of discipline, And so for me, it's those little tiny things every single day that are going to add up to big things, right? creating those habits. I'm always talking about creating healthy habits. Like this just goes along with that. And the really awesome thing is like I work it in pockets a day. So there are definitely days like yesterday where I got behind the 8 ball, but working from my list allows me to come back later. Like, so kids and all that stuff happened in the afternoon. And then once they were like busy and they didn't care about me, I came back in here and picked up where I left off of my task list and was able to finish up, in the late afternoon after dinner and things like that. So and the business is great because you really can you get what you put into it, right? So you can work it in little pockets of time. You could work it on a part-time basis. You could work it on a full-time basis. Most coaches will come in and work it in pockets and part-time, and then at some point they might look at transitioning to full-time, but it really just depends on what your individual goals are and what it is that you're looking to get out of a business like this. I will say also that most of our most successful coaches come in to the business as a customer. They join our accountability groups and they get incredible results and just the transformation from the inside out, mental, holistic, emotional, physical, all the things. And they just by like accident kind of start sharing that with people. It's almost like it's a natural progression. But there are those people, me included, that came in looking for the business opportunity. I was already sold on the products. It was something that I already loved and was already something as part of my day that was just a no-brainer. So I actually came in for the business opportunity when I first started. Okay, so like I mentioned before, a couple ways to earn income. The retail sales is great. 25% commission. And then we also have all kinds of deals happening all the time. So like right now, for example, we combine companies with Mixed Fitness and Open Fit, and they have a bike. So we have this big bike thing going on right now. And so you can make bonuses and extra income from selling some of our promotions, and they're just getting ready to revamp everything too as far as the commission structure, and you're going to get bonuses for other little things along the way. All of these things are going to come into play this spring, I believe. We're actually changing our name from the Beachbody to Body, and it's just more of a holistic living. The idea is that you're already successful, like basically as you start. You don't have to wait for those before and afters. Like you're already being successful, living a healthy and fulfilling life like from day one. And it's not about, being skinny, fitting into your jeans, having a beach body. It's about how you feel and how fitness and nutrition and health makes you feel, right? And we all want that. So your retail sales are there, and that's okay. You come in and just do retail sales and make a nice couple of dollars, every single week. But the bigger opportunity is creating that sales force. Ultimately, it's a sales force of other women who are doing the same things, selling retail, helping and guiding people, and then building that foundation and bringing them in as team members and cultivating that same thing. So my mentorship program starts in November. Essentially what it is, and you're coming in, if you already are working with me, it's kind of a no-brainer. We would just put you into the team training, what that looks like, more coaching one-on-one with me. I would talk to you about, next steps, right? We have a team page. There's a ton of training, but I hope to guide you along the way, and I tell you about what your first steps are, and we just take it one thing at a time. So much like with your health and your fitness, it's like one thing at a time, and we go to the next place. We do talk about your goals and what it is that you're looking to get out of the business, so I have a better understanding of how much to push you along and to steer you in the right direction. Certain benchmarks and things that you would be expected to do to reach those goals that you have. Okay. So we get started with that mentorship. If you do not already work with me inside of the Fit Gym, then we would match you with the program. And so it would basically be like earn as you learn, right? And we would get you started and plugged into a program that you'd commit to. I'd put you into our bod group that I mentioned in the Fit Gym. We get you started with your program first. Get you acclimated to that, and then get you started learning a little bit more about the business and how that works from there. It's really important for a person to come in and be in love with those programs and those products, because the fact of the matter is you gotta love it in order to be successful, right? And I also wouldn't want you to come in and be like, this stuff's okay. Like, You wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. And it just doesn't feel very good. And people are always like, "Ooh, sales is icky." Well, it's not icky if you love it though, right? It's not icky if you believe in it. It's not icky if you feel compelled to share this with other people, like you know and believe this is something that can change people's lives. And those are the people that we want to have as a part of our team. And that belief is a big one in this business as well. So any questions? I'm not seeing any questions, you guys. Think, what was the last thing I was going to say? I was just going to tell you guys something about the mentorship program. I'm doing a cash for the holidays incentive with my team in the next couple of weeks too. So this time is really an incredible time to get started because you're sort of teeing yourself up for our biggest time of the year, which is New Year's, right? The biggest time of the year for the industry as a whole. But it's just a great time for you to start learning, getting and implementing some of those things in place so that when the new year starts, you can bust open the doors and say, I'm open for business. This is what I do. I'm a health and fitness coach, or however you want to align yourself. Which is really, really exciting. So it's like such a good time to get started. We've got 2 months left. We're going to talk about how to earn right away, get you embedded with the programs, and get you going so that in the new year you can be off and running. And so getting started with me, I've got here we go. I'm going to put a link in the comments below. And so all that you need to do is fill out that form. It's really super basic, just gives me a little bit better understanding of what it is that, who you are, what you're looking to do, what your interest is in the business, what makes you think you'd be a really good fit for our team. And then you and I can chat further about, those specific details. I feel like it's slipping my mind what I want to say next. I hate when that happens, don't you? So, if you guys have other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, message me. Right now I'm only looking to fill 5 spots. I'm really wanting to spend some quality one-on-one time with the people who want to get started for November. What I would typically have you do is we would chat and get you set up and then start, on the 7th, which is still a couple of weeks away. But the idea would be to get you acclimated with your health and your fitness part of it, and then work on coaching you as far as the business goes from the next step. Okay. So anybody that is interested in learning more, I'm all ears. Drop your questions. If there was anything that I didn't clarify or anything that you would love to have further explanation on, if it's the compensation plan, you want to dive a little bit deeper in that, we can talk about that. Are there any other questions? I'm all ears. I love, love, love the idea of being able to share this business just because it's changed my life so much. If you follow me a little bit on social, you've seen all the different things that I've been a part of, and this year is going to be really big for us. I am excited to, push our team to the next level. We're rebranding with the company and rebranding with my team and myself and what it is that we're doing as a whole, and really excited to take us together to the next level in our business, and have some fun leadership opportunities to reward you guys with for 2023. So this is the time to get started. If you have other questions, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of these 28 minutes with me. I really appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys soon.